guys know. Apa pakutongoda kutongooneka kuti tiri kutamba ipi. What what are we doing? As we go, where do we go from here? What are we doing? Let's do something. Not to hide behind someone, not to ask, even some other person to say, saka takamirira ningi. No, it's not time for waiting. It's not. It's just time to act. Honestly, that's all I have to say. But to all the men, and I really wish Panama Ghost listeners here, Panama other. Usually these people hide in the other other listeners. But Kanawaripo and Iwawa in their ghost, let them just hear it from me. Guys, I'm Smarumi. I'm Chinu. That's all I can say, because you need to come out in the open word. So sick and tired of these shenanigans. Whichever angle, whichever side they're coming from, we're tired of it. Quit playing games. Just show yourself, show your face. Come on, just show your face wherever you are. So while while the shenanigans are going on, yeah, I'm just waiting for these men, these supposed men to show their faces. Yeah, to Tangere Papa. Over to you.
Sister Gaela, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try to reject whatever you say. But as men, we are not men. I'm not gonna try to reject that, because I'm also ashamed of these men who are calling themselves men. So I'm not actually thinking that they are men as well. So I'm not going to actually try to reject that narrative. Even my sister, no, she was here. She said the same thing, which I agree with her. Also, what you said, that we are also waiting for these scumbags to show themselves, and I'm not sure whether they're gonna show themselves. I know they're gonna show themselves after the court. That's where they're gonna show that they're gonna start showing themselves after the court case. If the court case goes
You know what?
to Tabangu's side.
Sorry to barge in, but when they do show, we must shame them, guys. We must shame them when they finally do show their faces. I don't care who you are or what you've done in the past, but when you finally show your face,
Mm.
when you finally show your faces, we're gonna shame you. And I don't know what has gone wrong, honestly, in society. There's this dude. I've been asking him. He came on our space call to act the other time, and he narrated this poem, this old poem, like one of these traditional poems about what a young man should be like. It was a mother narrating this, poem, to a son. And I've been begging, Kuti, please, can I have that? Because we need to raise our sons differently. Over to you.
The problem ndeyoti manyanyotipa too much pressure, mchingoti mbinga mbinga, munoda mbinga. Now look what they are doing. They are selling out nenyaya yekuda umbinga. Ai, umanaka. Guys. All right. Um, my sister Kudzi. Sister Maina, did you speak before, or should we go to Sister Kudzi and then you come back to you, my sister?
I think Manya can go first since her hand was up before mine.
Okay, okay. Ngoma Munu, did you speak? Okay.
I,
Aiwa, nhasi rega timbopa wamadzimai, because madzimai are proving to be more effective than varume. Varume.
I
Okay.
thank you. I'm not going to talk for long. And I'm so in agreement with what all my sisters are saying. Nangoyo wangu nekachichemo, something that is really breaking my heart. After watching madzimai eshanduko vachinyimwa fertilizer, why have we not got somebody that's trusted, that is in charge of all these loyalists vedu vari kuoneswa moto right now? We can adopt a family. We can have vanhu vari kudiaspora adopt a family. Vanhu vakaita semukadzi wamadzimai chanduko, they shouldn't go without fertilizer. Inoita mari $30. Huh? We can do that. Vanhu vakaita semukadzi waJob, her kids, I don't even know where are they going to school. How is that happening? Can we have those kinds of actions and somebody that is trusted, that all these our people that are willing to do what we are not doing, what other people are not willing to do, that are paying the price for that? The least we can do is to make sure they are covered. We have all these heroes vairowa kumamisha. I remember seeing this video with varume, like a man in his 60s 70s, vakatsikwa because they were supposedly having a triple C meeting. I can assure you those people are probably not getting fertilizer or whatever handouts they are supposed to get. I know we could do that. Why can't somebody that is trusted, definitely not a Chabango, but somebody from Triple C, acknowledge who are these people that are now feeling the heat for doing what people are not willing to do, that are suffering the consequences? The least we can do is make sure that they do not go without. What the presidential whatever is not doing for them, we can do it for them. I yield.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister Manya. I think it's something to do with some solutions that we might need. Sister Fochi, you can come back and maybe you can finish your submission because we didn't hear, especially the last part of your submission. Yes, Sister Kudzi, can go ahead.
Um, Good morning, everyone. Of course, we all know what's going on and our feelings about it. You know, we're just applying the same method of madness and expecting a different outcome and result all the time. And frankly speaking, um, none of the alternatives or whatever solutions that we have right now are working. You know, I think we should all be enraged with just what's going on, like just from job, just his condition. And then now you have these MPs that are being recalled. I mean, I don't know what else to say here. I mean, there's nothing more to say. Like, we need to act. Like, we need to be protesting, like, out in the streets now. I mean, Tingakundwe Shokwadi Namai Mtetwa, the lawyer, like, she's a one-man band right now, like, showing bravery. She's out there at you protester. Isusu takangogara kumba. Honestly, guys,
They're
like,
pulling socks Kemkazuyo.
imagine Arkufamba, like, she's risking her life. She could be abducted at Chifamba, Muma streets, Umachiti, protect our vote. And we're just expecting her to say what everyone else is thinking. I mean, honestly, guys, like, it's not helping us at all. This spirit of fear, nekwita mbwende, how is that going to free the country? Like, if we don't stand up to our oppressors, like, how are we going to free ourselves? Like what Fortune was saying the other day on the space yesterday. Shihanz Munangagwa Famba Egamu Street Ari one. Who does he have to defend him? So you're telling me the millions of us who are in the country right now, you're telling me if we're to stand up, and fight, and even just like demonstrate and show them that, hey, enough is enough. Manotita say, I mean, guys, 2028 achasvika tichingoti Zania zotidai. And one thing that Zania has mastered, they've mastered kuti tiri magwara. That's what they've mastered one now. They know kuti vanhu havanotya hapana zvavanotiita. Ndosaka achitivhunza kuti saka muchaita sei. It's time to act. It is time to act. Imagine some of us were here, we're slaves to a system. We feel like varanda in foreign lands. Not only are we slaves to the system, but I was even telling Fortune the other day, we're even slaves to the Zimbabwean system also. Because if you really think about it, we're here working and working. Tichingoshandra mhuri dzedu tichivatumira mari, instead of like helping them, like stand up and fight so that they can also empower themselves. Sure, we're going to be old and gray tingori kunoku tichingotumira mari kune hama. Aren't you sick of it? Aren't you at a place where you feel like, no, like we need to empower those that can empower themselves? Like, I don't know, guys, but I'm fed up, to be quite honest with you. I am really fed up, and I think we need to be out in the streets like Mai Mtetwa. Imagine mukadzi ari one ari kufamba achiprotesta ari ega. There's not even one man ari kufamba nemukadzi yeye. Like, guys, come on. Like, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, we need to be at a point where we need to free ourselves. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Mama zvinzwa here mainini kuti President Nelson Chamisa has been expelled from the party?
What?
Yeah, he's been expelled.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you're hearing this now. Now Chamisa has been expelled from the party. And Tagango Gara. I'm a Simba, I don't know. I give up. I just give up.
Well,
is that fact, Doc? Is that fact?
I'm actually trying to pin it up there. The expulsion letter, or whatever it's called. Yeah, he's been expelled from the party.
But we're in Zamba.
The party Zamba. From not in the phone where in name can. But it's actually. And Mainini could see, as you are talking, I can feel it in your voice, my sister. I felt the same when I saw honorable. She's very honorable anyway.
Imagine.
Yeah, I felt the same, honestly. That's the action that we need. That is what is needed. Something happened.
She's like a one-man band. And imagine, I could risk a life again. And meanwhile, and varume chaiwo, I'm sorry to say this. I'm not saying people on these spaces y'all are just magwara, but Zimbabwean men, point blank period, murimbwende. I'm sorry. Like, it's a fact. Like, how can you have mukadzi ndiarkutosumudzira protest? Like, come on, guys. We can do better than that.
And it's not just any mukadzi. Mukadzi who's tasted prison.
Imagine
what this is going to cost. Mukadzi who's represented people that have gone to, she's not doing this unaware of what it's going to cost.
Exactly.
And it incentivize you to say, okay, it's time. This woman has started. You can do it. And she's gone. She's done it.
Yeah, exactly. You can, and Manya, you can definitely say that again. Exactly. But anyways, with that, I yield my mic.
If I may ask, guys, how many of you, honestly speaking, how many of you reading from that letter yanyorwa na Chabang yeku expella President Nelson Chamisa, he's talking of the embezzlement of party funds. How many of you, Inini, I was actively involved in the raising of the $120,000 for the car, and as one of the people, active members who contributed some I'm not going to say how much I contribute, but I did contribute quite a bit of money towards that. I was part of the Chamisa Defend the Voti fundraising mission, which we did. And I am actually happy. I'm one of the happy people to have done that. I don't regret even a single penny that went towards that cause. How many of you, Makambonzo, Baba Wanunzi Chabang, vari paspace, JL, you've got a mic. Wakambomona call to act. I can raise or something. Just in case I may have missed.
Andimuzivi Diamond ende patakazvitangidza izvozvo tichidzukurisa takati for President Chamisa vamwe vese hatitombokuzivi and we trust. We trust the
How
leader.
on earth is he
Saka, who's that?
citing that
No, they're not
money?
party funds. Those are our monies that we gave to be distributed. We entrusted certain people to distribute those funds. Saka Chabang will stay out and get out.
No, no, he's not gonna stay out and get out because he's already in. He's already in because he's just expelled President Nelson Chamisa, and one of the reasons being kuti akadyirwa 120,000 yake akazodyirwa 300,000, which is our monies that we worked for, that isusu tisi takashanda tika donata, and we donated for that cause, and we did have a subject yataidonetera mari yacho iyoyo. Saka I never saw Chaba, not even on one fundraiser, not even one day. Even my associates ake, as much as it is rumor at the moment, andina kumbonzo, come on guys, bye bye.
Dr. Diamond, this is one person that we, the citizens ourselves, we will have to pursue this one in court. With this one, we have to sue it. No, because we are the ones that raised that. This one, we will definitely have to. Totombo mumbruzao, because no, you can't go there. You can't go there with something that we did, and you're trying to put it to the party now. What party funds did Triple C collect and have? Huh? What party funds? Like, don't play with the people now.
But uyu chabangu arikumira saani. Like that's what I'm not
Asi
understanding.
Chino, Asi Chino. End of
His
story.
spokesperson
Signing
is
to even
UNPF,
have
guys. He's
the power to expel to expel Chamisa out of the party as
he,
who?
he is a ZANPF proxy, so that's where he's deriving his power from. So it's not supposed um to say. So when we are fighting Chabangu, guys, let's know that we are fighting ZANPF. But like what he
Anonyorera
said
matsamba,
before,
mukoma tino anonyorera matsamba,
Guys,
anonyorera iwo matsamba munhu anonzi Chavangu. Ndianiko munhu asingamuitiri basa raiti yeye. Maona maspelling akaita hanzi hijacked. Maona.
munhu akunyora
guys,
tsamba yacho ari kunkanganisa maspelling kuti asatrace kunzi ndiye, because
Hanzi
munenge mazviziva
hijacked.
kuti ndiye, kuti without
As in
trace ndiye.
hi.
They
Hanzi
actually
hi.
doing these spelling mistakes munhu ari kumunyorera tsamba idzodzo idzicca
ari
kuitira kuti
kunyepedzera kuzungaira.
yeah,
Munhu ari
kuitira
kunyora
kuti
matsamba.
tifunge kuti he's actually, because they know that this guy he, his his intellectual capacity is very low, so they are trying by all means kuti zviite
Hanzi the
But
party
guys,
has
guys,
been
indina hangu mubvunzo inini. Why is it in CCC as it is, they are not coming out in full force, everyone actually denouncing this guy? Because as far as it is, vanhu vakangomirira kunzwa from the leadership yeCCC. Munhu wese, even for a signal chaiyo kupinda mustreet, we waiting for the leadership of CCC. Why are they not coming out in full force to denounce this guy?
My brother, let me tell you something. Zvekuti waiting for a signal, ka? Dai tatombozviisa paside. Takatsikwa konzi kudhara. We should have been out in the streets by now. Why do we have to wait for CCC to tell us what to do? Like, that's what I don't understand. Zvekuti, oh, but imimi ndimi leaders, munofana kutiudza zvekuita. We're going to be waiting for a long time. Like, come on.
But
No,
my
Naibu,
sister,
I don't
ikoyo
need to call you
vakamboiona
out.
kupi revolution
my
inoti
sister,
signal iyo. There's nothing
I,
like that, Jimush.
my
There's
sister.
Let's
nothing
shut
like
that.
that.
Let's shut that down.
No, guys. For all you want, guys, we can talk about all that. But guys, to be honest with you, kungonzi vanhu vese is holding back just because vakangomirira a spark from the leadership. Vakatoimirira whether we like it or we don't. Waiting kuti vanhu vanototi
But then what are they supposed to
Ati
say?
kudai
That's what I'm saying.
denounce
zvozvo.
the
Like, you
guy.
guys
Ati
expecting
kudai
them to come
zvozvo.
out
It
and
seems
do
like you men
something.
will keep
Guys,
coming up and
publicly
telling us about
No.
signals. Let's end that.
denounce the guy publicly.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone just
honestly.
disown him. Disown the guy publicly.
Mukoma the
Hello.
treasure. Mukoma
Yes.
treasure Sibopindai. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Hello, my comrades. What is say? Um, just to start with, again, changana kuti pasina chababu, what it. But just to take you back, what we need to realize on this issue is we are not fighting against Chabangu. We are fighting against ZANU-PF itself. And when we are fighting against ZANU-PF, I think as Zimbabweans, as change champions, it's high time. Timbobvuma kudeneka, you know, timbobvuma kudeneka, so that these guys know that we really exist. Because I feel like we have given them too much chance to do whatever they want with us, you know. And we can't continue to borrow our future to them. You know, it's so painful the extent to which they go only for them to hold on to power. It's a clear indication that these guys have no people at heart. What they want is to cling on to power, use some puppets around who actually need money, like Chabangu, and then get away with it. What we're saying about the president giving a signal, what more signal do we need when these guys are doing this nonsense, you know? Yes, but in the same vein, we need to be careful on how we are going to be tackling it. Because what they need is probably to put everyone in prison, and they'll do what they are doing to Scala today. You see, so we need to be strategic in our in this process. We need to know what's the next step. We need to know where we are going, who we are going to confront. That's what I can say for now.
Thank you, my brother. Koma munhu ndimi mama angoramba muchisiyiwa musingatauri mbotaurei. I know. Thank you very much. Inini hangu ndandoda kuti sisi jela it looks like varume waya wanga wakawanda waya vakuita vachibuda because takuona mazita akupinzwa mumatsamba umu. And these names, if they don't come out vachizvidistance from this letter, then I'm not sure why you should wait to go after them, especially for within this, like today. They should come out today very clearly and distance themselves. If they don't, I'm not seeing why the citizens cannot go after them. I'm not sure if my brother Max is here because he is one of the people who was coming to my DM to know, please protect the leadership. I'm gonna say it. He was saying protect the leadership because we don't want people who gonna be guessing. I refused to hit Mkoma Max. I'm gonna
Thank
ndakuwapfura Mkoma
you.
Max.
We don't protect
Ndakuwapfura zvangu
anyone.
ati ndakuataurira kuti ndaramba kuteerera Mkoma Max kuti ndisaprotect, ndichibvumira vanhu kuti vataure zvavanoda about some of these leaders, because for me I was not also happy, even if they had nothing to do with it. I'm not happy with how they are conducting themselves and how they are treating and how they are communicating. So, but when it's Chamisa, these people, they say, let's criticize him, he should be accepted. But they don't want us to criticize some of these leaders. So that's my problem. So, Mkoma Max, if you are there, please grab the mic. I'm gonna allow people to roast some of these things, and I'm not gonna say please don't. So I'm because I'm gonna be for now. I'm actually just giving them a because I'm gonna be leading the brigade that. Oh, guys, the Chato for Morang Brigade, for those who want to go against these leaders and to attack them, you should also maybe follow me and titofoma kabrigade kedu kanenge kaya kedoti yeyo kakoma skilled labor, because I'm gonna be having a brigade and then chituka. So for those other guys, people, don't musazoti ko tinokutuka kwabvepi, because ndichatombotuka zvoti datombo kana paino ane malessons ekudzidzira kutuka, please mutombouya mundidzidzise because ndoda kuti ndiwedzere maskills. Diamond that, Diamond this, please there. Yeah. Jail.
Look, look, real quick. I know so many hands are up, but look, some of us learned a long time ago that you don't defend anyone. You don't defend these leaders. You don't. Because varipo vatakatombo defend and we saw them cross and walk to ZANU-PF and go to State House. So I'm not in that defending crew. I don't do that. All I know is my president is Chamisa. Saka togumirei papa. Vamwe vese ava, yeah, you have to prove yourself. And we don't. You just gotta prove yourself, because we're not going to play the defending game. So I don't abide by that. Saka vese vanenge vachizoti isu takangomira tino. And then, like I said, and I've tweeted about this, I'm just chilled. I'm just waiting. You come out. You come out. You show yourself, and then yes, we go from there. Totangire papo. Inangwa nzombokutuki before you show yourself. But when you do show yourself, yeah, you best know. You best know. You best believe that we're
Inini
gonna give
kana
it.
zita rako raiswa patsamba and ukaregedza kuuya uchizvidistance from it, watobuda kapachena, ndokutoshowa kwawatoita yourself iko, hakuna kumwe kunopfuura ipapo. So they should come out and clear their names there. If they don't, I'm gonna start tweeting and actually I'm not gonna stop, guys, sorry. Okay, yes, the
No,
true
I'm gonna drop.
citizen. Okay, CCJ, thanks.
I'm gonna drop. And I just wanted to, when I do find that poem, when this dude sends it to me, I will come back to this platform with that poem, because all I remember that it says is, "Guti, murume anofamba nepfumo and all these other things. So I need that poem. Over to you. Bye, guys.
Guys, regani mboita kunge takudzosera kumashure futi. Guys, taona muparliament MPs were protesting. They were distancing themselves from this guy. And once again, I say it, where is Tendai Biti? Where is Tendai Biti? Where is Welshman Mube? Why are they not coming out? Why are we not having one? Wakata say, oh, coming out to denounce this guy once and for all? Why are we playing games with people's minds? Pane vanhu vakawanda vanoda chamisa kunge zvinhu panapa for the sake of settling their nerves. Why are we not having those people? Are they involved into this? Why are they not coming out? Vasiri kuact accordingly vachienderana nezviri kuitika munyika. Sei vanhu vacho vasiri kuita come out? This is what I am saying. Kuti people listen from the leadership. Vanhu vese vakatomirira something. Spark kuti no, guys, we don't know this guy. Saying this, vanhu vachitondita hakuna munhu anomirira signal, but a lot of people are waiting for that voice. Kuti no, we don't know this guy. Whatever is so emotional about this. People have been disenfranchised right now. Vanhu mumwe munhu oti ndinonzi chabangu inini vanhu ivavo no, the whole country munhu one. Vanhu vacho vari behind him ngavabude. Vanhu veku-CCC clearing themselves, coming out, denounce this guy. Then we know we are dealing with one ZANU-PF and we are dealing with George Charamba here. Wrote that later. Recalling Chamisa. My mic.
Thank you so much for all the for everything. Thank you, Tino host. Thank you, everyone on this space. I want to believe all of us we are hating and we are happy at the same time. We're excited, and yeah, this is the time that we need to stand up, just like all the other ladies and gentlemen have reiterated. All right. Chandinoona ini chekuti the motive behind all this yazobuda pachena. Wanga wakanangana naye ndichamisa. Wanga wada kuedza kunzwa kuti achati kudii. Ndiye munhu wanga wakatageta pane zvese zvazvichitwa izvi. Kana kurovana nevanhu, kutorana nema-MPs vachidii vanga vakamirira vanga vada kutokonya Chamisa. But Chamisa varakidza kuti munganditokonye mukadii, I'm not gonna talk. Right now, they are now just sending a message. Could say, akunyora tsamba yekuti no, tadzinga Chamisa. Who are you? Iyo party isina structure. Inozwana here munhu ane simba rekutuka someone. Kana kudzinga someone. Kana rekuenda kunota recall ma-MPs. Zvese zviri kuitika izvi munotsona kuti kana ari anonzi Chabango yakatogarwa naSatani chayakagarwa matunduru munhu ari kungoudzwa unzi do this, do that. I don't think all this thing is his doing. He cannot even think for himself. Mukanyatsozvitarisa chaizvo mamoves acho esai anzokwana chipembenene chodii munzeve nemwana chinenge chawaridza bonde kare kare. Zvinhu zvanga zvichitongwa izvi takanyarara takadini. These people have been in meetings achiedza kuona kuti vomuchokonya sei Chamisa aite stand up ataure vagowana mamusungiro vagowana mamukuradziro vagowana makudii but vashaya. Right now they've been talking, they don't know even my strategies aChamisa. They've been working so hard. They wanted to know zvino zvaari kuenda kumamisha zvaari kuita zvese izvi ari kumbozvifambisa sei. They want him to speak out. All these things of coming up with the constitution and everything, they are trying by all means kuti vanokwanisa kuwana information about CCC. If it is a party that does not have a structure, who has got the right to expel Chamisa? Who is he? Kana atoexpela Chamisa aexpela tese anobva vatobvisa zita rokuti CCC, because that CCC and the yellow color belongs to Chamisa and the citizens. So he cannot expel Chamisa. We belong to CCC, all of us. Those that are with me, The yellow color is ours, and we fear focal. And when we are talking about this, we really mean it. We are not mincing our words. I want to big up Sister Beatrice, who has gone all the way, a lone ranger who went out in the streets to show them that musha mukadzi varume maratidzwa nhasi tinonzi musha mukadzi. Mai vaita kana vakasamira mwana aende kuchikoro. I want to believe vanhu vazhinji munozviziva kuti vaiti nyakadai muta mari yeschool fees kana kuti achii waitoenda kuna mai pamwe vai ndo vaitosumuka unoti mwana mazodii baba vachinomwa zvaudoro kana kuti vasingagare pamba vachienda kumasmall house, but mai vaimira vachitenda kuchikoro. Ini ndakaendeswa kuchikoro namai vangu ini. Mai vangu vanga vasingade kunzwa kuti ndaina ndisina uniform ndisina chi. She would stand up for me. Saka chinonzi musha mukadzi madzimai ari panapa. Musha uyu usaparareka ndisu. We have to stand up. We have to arise and shine because the light has come. Zvese zviri kuitwa zvese izvi zvokuda zvanga zvida kuti tokonyaka kuti titaure. Today we are speaking it out. Yes, we know that Chamisa is our president, but kuti musha umire ndisu madzimai. We have to stand up on our 2 feet. We have to make sure that we come up with the strategies that can help us. Even ndizvo zviri kutorwadziwa ndichiona Beatrice achifamba ega. Pacha here madzimai angomhanya kuti amubatsire. Pacha here vamwe vana vangomutero vari mumashure make akasimudza ake placard vachifamba. Haasi kumboita mheremhere nemunhu, but she is protesting for the good of everyone. Zvese recalling of CCC MPs, what does it mean to us? It means suffering. It means we won't have any power, anything to say anything, because anamnangagwa vachangoita zvavanoda, nyika yese vachangoiendesa kwavanoda, kana vada kuizviwa kana iti muocean njoo ndizvozvo. We won't even have anything, any say unto everything that is going to happen. Why? Because vanenge vakwana kamuparliament, vanenge vakwana, but we don't want to allow that. This recalling of MPs must be the beginning of taking Mr. President, our chief in champion, Chamisa, into status. This is the time. Vatorakidza, they are true colors, whoever is doing this, but they've given us even more power. I want to believe everyone here is feeling the ginger that I'm feeling. Because kana usina ginger, it means you are dead. You could be someone moving, but you are dead spiritually. We need to awaken our spirits, guys, and arise and fight for this cause. We have to. It doesn't matter what it takes. We need all the money. We need everything that we need for us to be able to fight and overcome. Otherwise, without doing that, I don't see ourselves going anywhere. We can't go anywhere. Nangagwa. Stop what you are doing. Mwari chaiye is seeing you. And mwari kana vapindura ka chakona muchipidiguka one by one. Messaging doesn't matter kuti unozvibiga unozviona uri hani kana kuti une chawakatemba une pawakabatirira kana une zvauinazvo zvaunofungidza kuti zvichakubatsira, but mwari watinonamata no knows anything. Haatomboziva kuti kune chinonzi munhu, haazivi kuti kune chinonzi chii, whatever. All the altars that you have that you think are those that are making you to be strong, muchapidiguka zvenyu. Handina chandinacho, but ndina mwari ari kudenga. Ndinoziva kuti kana wopidigura zvake, kana wopindura, anopindura zvinorwadza. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my sister. Let's hear from Brother Charles, and then we go to Koma Magneto and Sister Evelyn.
Right. Thank you, host, Brother Tino. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
you are very
Yes.
audible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Just greetings to everyone on the space. So I don't really know where to start, but I think the starting point is only one. In my view, there are two names that have been mentioned in that letter, that of Wolfman Mube and Tendai Beats. So, in my view, the starting point is the reaction of those two people. We want them to acknowledge or distance themselves, and then Totangrai Park. Yes, Shabangu is being used, but as we speculated, there are some people behind him. I was struggling to believe it, that there could be some people in Triple C that are behind Chabangu. I was thinking it was just ZANU PF shenanigans. That's what I was really, really trying the hardest not to believe that there could be some people from within Triple C. But here we are. So I would very much want to wait for those two people that have been mentioned in this letter to see their reaction. And finally, in lending, those that have been looking for a signal, those that have been waiting for a signal, if that is not a signal, I don't know what is. Guys, we need now to stand up. We really need to stand up for ourselves and the coming generations in Zimbabwe. They are just showing us that they can do whatever they want with us. They can do literally anything they want with us with no reaction. That's what they are saying. And guys, listen, we cannot allow that. We, oh, thank you very much. I had a picture with Honorable BT when I went to Zim. I was going to delete that picture from every platform, from every social media platform, because I wouldn't want to be associated with that kind of a character. Thank you for that. We to respond to this letter, but I was just landing to say, uh, AU, SADC, um, United Nations are not going to do anything for us. It is down to us to correct the situation in Zimbabwe. We now need to stand up. In every uh, uprising, there is always there is something that sparks the revolution. Guys, this is the moment. Let's do everything we can from wherever we are to start acting. We cannot allow this to carry on. If we allow this to carry on, the results that they want, not the true reflection of the people's vote. So we cannot trust that. So thank you very much, Brother Tino. I am as angry as everyone who is here. But in that anger, let's drive each other to make sure we mobilize each other. This is the trigger. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mkoma Charles. Yes, like those who can you can see the attached pin there. That is the message from um, our Honorable Tendai B today. He's distancing himself from the letter, like what everyone said. So yeah, we're expecting that, and we are also expecting and another tweet from the other leader so that they can distance themselves from this thing, because that is the only noble thing to do. Because definitely, if they don't, the people, they have every right uh, to go after them. Yes, Dr. Pity, accept the mic. Accept the mic. Then I think, yeah, Koma Magnet, you can go ahead.
Uh, Thank you, everybody. Sorry, I'm at work, so there is a bit of some background noise. Um, Guys, I don't know where to start. Anyway, for those who were listening when I spoke maybe about an hour or so ago, I mentioned about two men, and that's Tendai BT and Washman. That tweet by Tendai BT which is distancing himself, to me, is nonsense. Those are the two men who are involved. And it's a fact. Like I said earlier, during the elections, I was in Zimbabwe, and I'm in contact. I I know quite a lot of things. These guys have been on it. It didn't start today. It didn't start yesterday. Tendai Biti himself has been nagging. I think about 2 weeks ago, he was nagging Wende, saying Wende, give me the minutes of the meetings. Right now, Triple C, when they sit in their meetings, they don't write minutes, because Tendai Biti wanted those minutes from Wende. Wende went to Vondo and said, Vondo, Tendai Biti is nagging me about these minutes. Should I give him? Because they wanted to build their case. If Triple C goes to court, Chawangu will be having the minutes of the meetings which Triple C is having at the moment. He has to answer that. Those who speak to Wende, ask him who was asking you for minutes from your meetings. Stand I beat. Then from that Chawangu letter, if you look at it, they're talking about money. And he mentioned Washman Ngwe. Who is Washman Ngwe? In 2004, when it was still MDC, in Manchester, we raised 78,000. It was fundraising, and some other guys who were at the top, they were like looked for money from some donors. 78,000 pounds was given to Washman Ngube and Sekai Holland. Up to this day, that money, no one knows where it is. Those who speak to Uncle Jed, ask him. He was one of the members who was in the fundraising committee. He knows about it. Those who talk out to ISO, ask him. He was one of the guys who was in the MDC Manchester branch. He was one of the members. That 78,000, Washman Nue and Sekai Holland shared the money amongst themselves. It never reached Harvest House. Who was taken to court by Pekezela Mpoko after he misused the $2 million, which was given to him as a lawyer from Mpoko's companies? Washman Nue. Who ran away with MDC properties and money? Washman Nue. I don't know why we are so gullible trusting this guy. Right now, if you go to Washman Nue's timeline, he has been posting former MDC leadership from 1999. He has been taunting Chamisa. As I speak right now, just to go to his timeline and see the people he's been posting, the pictures of people he's been posting, and what he has been talking about leadership. I think within the past 5, 6 months, go and check Washman Nguye's timeline where what he has been talking about leadership. He has been just poking and poking and poking and poking. And Washman Nguye is related to Tawang. There are even pictures online where they are seated together at Washman Nguye's house. So we can beat about the bush. These guys, these recalls, they are yet with them because they're in it. It's going to benefit them. What they want is ZANU-PF to change the presidential age limit from 40 to 55. BT is 57. Washman Nue is 62. They are yet with that. It's a high time, like I said earlier, Triple C, we have to have these difficult conversations. We call a spade a spade. For as long as we are saying, protect the leadership, protect the leadership. But they are happy, they are comfortable. Otherwise, maybe they are some among the richest lawyers in Zimbabwe. And their life is uncomfortable. They don't care. So I don't know. For me, that tweet is just nonsense. It's just useless. And on top of that, these guys, they're a group. It's a clique. It's unfortunate. Scala is in jail, but he's being fed lies. Do you know right now, as we speak, Chamisa is not allowed to go and see Scala. He's the only person Why? And we have got Fred. Freddy was a double candidate. Are you telling Freddy, being a double candidate, Freddy is Scala's spokesperson? So Scala didn't know Freddy is going to run as a double candidate. Chabang was involved in double candidates. It's just a clique. There are quite a number of them. There are a lot of them. And your investigative journalist, Oppo, is involved. He's in there. But we just sit here and start pampering each other and not telling each other the truth. But the truth has to be said. Enough is enough. People are suffering. And these guys, they're in it for their benefit. Anyway, I will leave others to talk, but guys, it's so painful. For me, what I'm saying is not rumor, gossip, or innuendo, it's fact. Thank you.
Thanks, Mkoma Magneto. Sister Evelyn.
I'm not ready to talk now. I've just joined. I think I pressed the wrong button. I will talk later.
Okay, that's good.
So, can I just say a few parting words so I
Yes,
can drop?
yes, Mkoma Mkani. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mkoma Mkani.
Yeah, I was just reading through the letter that was issued by Sengezo, and it's remarkable just looking at the contents of the letter, how much you could almost copy and paste word for word what he put in that letter and what Varakashi say or have been saying over the past couple of months on their timelines. So this smacks of both ZANU PF. The party, the movement has been infiltrated, and BT and Ngube have sold out. It is now quite clear what the guys are interested in, and it's just nothing else other than power. Marodama position, and they feel that they feel entitled in a Zimbabwean way. They feel entitled that they've been in the struggle for so long and haven't eaten enough, so they want positions. I think they had a taste of it when there was a GNU and Nube was in commerce and industry and BT was in finance. These guys just want to be in power, and that's all this is all about. Now, in closing, just an irony that I want to point out, and I'm glad I'm vindicated because just listening to some of the submissions made recently on this space, I know I'm right, and that is the love and support that Chamisa enjoys. He has really resonated with his electorate. He is really the name behind the brand. You cannot separate Triple C from Chamisa. I mean, can you imagine Chinzi President BT, cannot the President Mube? It's just not as effective. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with this thing. As I was saying in my earlier submission, it's about power. So you will find that even if the rest of the MPs boycott or resign their positions as MPs or whatever the case may be, if they were to go to a by-election, these guys would still run in those constituencies, and then they would be absolutely done for because they are unelectable without Chamisa. Whether we like it or not, most of those people sitting in there are sitting there because of the Chamisa brand and how it carried through how it delivered for them at the polls. Now they've taken the talisman out of the game. We wait and see what they want to do with it. Thanks, Tino.
ya isi takatomira kuti Chamisa avhure imwe inonzi ABC tohatatoenda ikoko vasingade vashida
One
tinongodera
time.
Chamisa chete
One time.
zvese
Tiruweru na
ndezvavo
Nero.
ana biti vakati hanzi ndauda kuti yangu ngavaite vakamboita chero weshume chero ana akandauda kuita ngavangoita vaende ikoko isusu tiri bho takatodaro Chamisa akati adzingwa ikoko kuti tinovhura imwe futi naye kana yakanzi ZZZ iyoyo tinoienda iyoyo zvavo zvavanoda kuita izvi ndezvavo izvi.
Yes, that's it true. We're not going to actually buy anything else besides the Chamisa brand. We are Chamisa, and Chamisa is not him. They think Chamisa is him. We are Chamisa, so that's what they should know. Citizen Manyam, thank you for joining. Mukuti yone nyaya idzi.
Thanks, Mukomatino. Hey, 10 hours is a very, very long time in Zimbabwean politics, eh? I've not been online, but I think the developments that I'm just hearing from I think this story is traveling way too fast than I expected. I wasn't expecting to. Well, the sellouts, there will be names coming out so directly, like within such a short space of time. But it seems in Zimbabwean politics, it's. I mean, 10 hours can be a very long time. It's interesting to know, but is it one of those where we can still say watch the space, or we have to say move on the space? I hear a lot of people talking of action. I hear a lot of people talking of it's about time that we don't just talk. We need to act. Let me listen a little bit, Tino, and Chiverenga and Chibata my update. But very, very, the pace of how things are moving in Zim. Maybe, on a different note, it just goes to show as well. Could maybe if change was to come, I just hope that's the same pace we can move to actually change Zimbabwe to be a better country, because I think something is happening in the atmosphere, but definitely whatever is happening, whatever the ripple effects are Trugona, something is going to happen. Ganbo ndimboverenga nditi update then I can just help continue.
Guys, I've got an ask. Kana maona tweet yatumidzirwa naTendai Biti. Guys, can you say that tweet is coming from a top official? Mona not exclude me from this mess. What kind of a statement is that? Exclude you, but you are part of the house which is burning. You need to get people out of it yourself.
Yeah, Aina, you are right. It's not like somebody who is protecting a brand that is being attacked, isn't it? It's more like a project. Okay, here himself could see. Here, one, his name has good out to involved. Secondly, he's calling it a mess, which is a mess, right? But you would think you would word it in a way. I could say, you know what? Let's protect our movement. Let's protect from all these hijackers and stuff. And I think if you are somebody who just reads the way it's worded, it's you worded in a funny way, but
His
less
denial,
than
my
that.
brother. His denial is half-hearted, if I may say this. And tichanzwa tichadzidza zvakawanda.
Ngabude pachena hatina basa naye isusu we know hatina basa nezvinhu zvakawanda ndosaka wakaona pati takaisa musoro wemunhu wani chete hatina besa misoro yevanhu pane munhu wani ndo watiri kungoteera iyeye chero akati akuda kuenda the other direction tiri kuteera ikoko ndiye ane maprinciples atinofarira ndiye ari kukwanisa kuhendla ZANU-PF zvatinoda zvavana biti zvengirikini in out ka let's say regai tisati hedu ndiye at the moment, but kana vari ivo guys, don't even give a fuck kana vachida ngavaite zvavanoita vakangofanana nanamwonzora nananhingirigini. It's okay. Vanhu ivavo variko ngavaitire ikoko. Isusu we are moving on nemunhu watinoda. Ndiye watinoteera iyoyo in our millions. Vamwe vese ava ngavaende nema 2 3 4 people vavari kuda kutora ivavo ngavangotora ikako kakatore people kavari kuda ikako vomhanya nako. But isusu we are staying. Kana zvanzi Chamisa abviswa ku-CCC kwacho vobvisa picture yake totora musoro wedu tomhanya nawo toisa pamapepa manyowani toisa zita nyowani yellow color ngavatore iyoyo tinogona kushanda neimwe kana red kana brown kana chero kaki chaicho chero ngirini
kuvajaidzireiko my brother tingarambe tichingonzi takukutorera izvi tongofold our hands no this is
ZANU-PF yakapinda papawa nenyaya yekuti vanogona kurwa ende ndo chete zvavanogona. Wakamboona vachiita chimwe chinhu besides waiting for elections. They wait for elections. If they are elected, they are waiting for another one. We have to plan for the next one.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem that we have in Zimbabwe. The fear that has been put in us, ZANU-PF, each time they tell us to jump, we just ask how high. That's the problem. I think we need to get ourselves out of this fear. Yakanyanyisa. Until we do that, some PF are always going to be playing ball with us.
I think that
the space is still running. If you can try to locate for us numbers at Dabiti, Nedza Washman Nube, ne numbers za songezo tulakuwafonera kapa space ino itingoda zvinofamba but anita nezvokutaura munhu ashandise voice rake because manyaya dzanyanyisa saka tingoite tingowapinzira foni tiri paspace panapa munhu ngotaurawo pake tobatawo songezo zvamukoma dhagi kwese kwese zvatingamboda kuzvitolerata futi saka please tikudawo namba dzavanhu vangadzingoya pamhepo tongoda se tongowapinzira vazvitaurire izvozvo pamhepo tingoti gaga because hatingasiye president Nelson Chamisa ari wega ezvinoizvika we need to be respected. Amai Beatrice Muteta anopindwa muroad kunomacha vari 1 isu takatonyara takati svavava tosara takuita makuhwa panapa tipewo nhamba dzawakomana vaviri I know wanoda pana anadzo mugroup ngadziuye nhamba ngativapinzire paspace panapa titaure navo
ane varipo vangoita takatorwa mapicture there they should have the numbers.
Yes, ngatipinzire vanhu ngavakwire vauye kumaspeakers tipinzire vanhu phone.
We can't have people behaving like that. Skatobva tangonzwa quiet zvanyararwa then tongoita madecisions edu isusu emusoro wedu. We can't do that. We are exhausting our emotions on nonsense. Vanhu ngavauye vataure nyaya dzavo. Kana we should have done better. Biti could have done better. Biti ndiye munhu anongodzi akangobvunzwa kuti any opportunity anongoti ZANU imbavha but nhaso ngose ndakatwisike ngoti distance myself I'm not a president of any party. Distance myself from this mess. Imagine munhu adatozvita distance iye atori top leadership. How can you distance yourself from this mess? It's for you. Clear the mess.
I think guys
president apa uri murume mukuru unokeda wotuvira katweet kari so stupid like that afunza kuti tiri vana vadiki we are not kids ngabude zvakanaka tinyatsoziva kuti who is our enemy tinonyatsoziva kuti munhu watiri kudhila naye ndiani kana iri ZANU ndobva tanyatsoziva kuti tiri kudhila neZANU-PF full time kwete kuti tiri kudhila nema-imposters vari mukati takuita zvana chabhangu vasina kana nebasa rese ana musoro bhangu vasina kana nebasa rese isusu tinonyatsoziva aya munhu watinoda kutagetana naye kuti this is our enemy.
All right, Jimuche. All right. I think we talked about the Toto is on a lamppost before. We definitely know Chavangu is being used. But what we do, let's hear different voices and it, so that what other people are thinking. So I think we've got 10 with the end up. We've got humans. We've got Manya. So let's get most got Varuchi. So 10 Manya humans.
Thank you, commentators. I'm commenting. I hope you're well. I think, sometimes you can say a lot of things without saying too much. That's what I've read in what Tendai BT wrote, because this is a person who is a lawyer. This is a person that knows how to articulate themselves very well, and even diplomatically. Um, I think based on that response, I just think maybe he's got a part to play in what's happening at the moment. Um, Even if, for example, when that Concord situation was happening, Monzor, I remember he was Monzor and Committee, they were denying that they were part of it. But now and then when the ruling came down, they were there at the front of it, and then he became a president. Committee became one of the people in the high positions, and I think this is what I see this is what I see taking place. But Lord knows, man, I don't know, man. Yeah, let's just pray for Zimbabwe, guys. Thank you.
Awesome, 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I think I would like myself to go back to 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 take reference from what has happened before, like what the previous speaker said. He mentioned something to do with what was done to MDC Nanangonzora did. That should give us a clue of what really is going on here. Because from what I saw in BT Street, there's really nothing for us to say he is not involved in this mess. You see, so for us to just say because he said I'm not a president of any party, it doesn't make any sense, because even if it was I myself, I wouldn't come out clearly before the ruling to say that I'm involved in this mess. Remember, this is politics, comrades. You understand? So, BT, to some extent, we do not need to clean him so early. Then the other point that I wanted to make clear is history always repeats itself. We might be here saying whatever we're saying. We did it during the MDC era. We're saying Ajite, Awabdisema MP Edu, and stuff and stuff. And it happened. That's how ZANU-PF does things. No matter kuti zvazikuenderana nemutemo sei, no matter kuti hazvimeka sense sei, they always find a way to do what they want, So for us to sit back and say, we are waiting for the ruling, we are waiting to follow Chamisa where he's going. For how long are we going to jump from one party to another, allowing them to make it a trend? They are defining how we are going to be living our political life, which is very wrong. And if we continue to shut our mouth, look back and say, where is Chamisa right now? Chamisa also needs our support, We cannot, I'm sure people were saying something to say, we raised money, we gave it to top leadership. We gave money to probably, was it MDC? They use it for something. We go on to the next party. We give money. They use it for something. Then some other guys come in and they say, we have taken this part. We move on to the next part. What really are we making? Are we coming up with something that is meaningful? We are actually being defined by what certain politicians want. So what I want to point here is people should be clear to say we are there for CCC, right? That's one point that must be clear. And CC has got one president, who is Nelson Chamisa. That should be clear. We are not going to be moving from one party to another only because ZANU-PF wants it to be. Very soon, if we continue like this, comrades, people are going to be fed off by us. And what will happen? Zimbabwe will become a one-party state, which is what ZANU-PF currently wants. So we need to be clear. We need to stand firm. It's a high time we tell ourselves that we need to fight against this nonsense. We can't be thinking rational to say, who are they? We have got so many people, young people, who are being controlled by gerontocratic system. And it's high time we tell them that this is nonsense. Let's take this as a spark plug of all corporates to say this thing is really defining where we should be as a nation. zvinhu zviri legal, zvinhu zviri pamutemo zvokuti we should be quiet, tunoenda kumakoti, hazvisi kushanda. What should we do? We should show them that we exist. We should show them that we are in a position to define what we want. Thank you very much, comrades. I can spend the whole day speaking because I'm a bit bitter, but you know, things happen.
Edible, thanks for that, humans. I think Manya, you were coming next.
I have a very unpopular opinion, but
You're not. Are you still speaking, Manya? Your mic is muted.
okay, sorry. Um, I, I have a position. Um, I love Chamisa. I really do. I respect him. Think he's a man of integrity. He's a decent man. But the elephant in the room that we need to tackle is much bigger than that. I will literally consider any candidate who will be seen on the street next to Mtetwa today. I will literally hear what that candidate has to offer me. I will literally be willing to consider what his character and all that is about, because the elephant in the room needs people of action and strategy. Us arguing about CCC, Chi, that's us just missing the forest, focusing on the tree. ZANU is having a field day with us. ZANU is doing exactly what it needs to do, whoever it's using, whatever methods it's using, whether the Welshman, whether the Senges or whoever, it's working. Because guess what? Right now we're forgetting that, for what it's worth, as much as we might disagree, those people really are on the same team. Our enemy is ZANU. Our enemy is Mnangagwa. We are now busy, and I hate that they are working to our detriment. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But what I'm just saying is, if any serious candidate is here listening, if you're going to go on the street next to Mtetwa tomorrow, I personally will literally listen to what you have to say and what you have to offer. I yield.
All right. So, Manya, I hear your point, right? So, is it for you? Is it about this candidate leading in the streets, or is it about this candidate telling people to go in the streets, or you just want your I mean your the option that you're going for is people should be in the street, and you need a leader who initiates that. So my question then does that leader has to go in front, or does that leader has to tell people to go in the street? Manya Ochiribo. Okay, I don't see it. Right, I don't see anymore. Sister Pelagia, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you. Guys, inini ndiri kunzwa kurwadziwa because ndisana tombopora nyaya yema-elections. Zvandanga ndichiri kurwadziwa ende pese pandaingomuka makusai ndaifunga kuti ndichamuka pamwe ndichitonzwa kuti kana kuti ripoti yaisata kana kuti chii zvapapi chichichi, but papasina chiri kuitika. We are in denial. Chamisa, I think he has been going through a lot. I think nyaya idzi dzakatanga before my elections. Mukatarisa matwisa aitwa naHopewell achiti hey, you're excluding BT, you're sidelining anonzi anoyo Welshman. Ndofunga nyaya idzi dzatotanga kudhara. Apa Chamisa pamwe ndautofunga kuti pamwe nenyaya yekutoti no structures, ndofunga kwakatogara nezvinhu zvava zvichiitika kubackground uku, vanga vatogara vachimupa hard time isingatomboita. Chamunovengera vana vezinasu chi, vana ava vakashanda vakaita ripi vachiita door to door zvatakaona isusu, zvekuti hanzi biti ane knowledge ko biti wachona akawana chinomuwana nhasi. Saka zvinhu upenyu haufambe nekuti biti hasisipo. Vana ava vanotadza kugurumwa nei? chinovatadzisa kuguruma pangatadze kubuda kana finance minister vanhu vanenge vatotanga kujaja kudhara. Ipapa vamwe watoti hey biti was very vocal muparliament. Ava havasati vatombotanga, hatisati tatomboona kuti zvii zvavanga vachaita varimo muparliament imo mandimuzvona. Saka I think idzo nguva tinongopawo vanhu manyemwa asina kana nebasa rese. Iko zvinezvi ukatarisa after elections kutwitter kwaita Washman zvaidairirana naJonathan Moyo kana maida kuzvibatanidza vaidairirana. Paitooneka kuti pane vanhu vakawo pane zvavari kutaura kuseri. Bita abva azobuda wakataura statement yake yakataura last week. Saka chatoda kuramba ipapo chi ZANU-PF yes yatofara yatoshandisa that loophole. Saka tisati tamhanya zvekuti ZANU-PF ivo pachezvavo vanhavo vanga vatogara vachitoshanda vari against Chamisa. Tisade kuvarambira. Even vamwe vari kuenda pastatement yapanhingirikina nonzani yapabiti manje. Muri kuramba ipapo chii? Imakanzwa statement yakapa last week zvaakataura. Ngatisi amheno kuti chiiko tiri ndinawo here munatso Jonathan na Washman kuposta kwaita Jonathan au zvaitooneka kuti vanhu vakawo nezviri kutaura anonzi niye Washman wachona vanhu vari kutaura background. Saka chatoda kuramba ipapo chii? But ndongotaura kuti you know what ndabwekana because vanhu vakashanda guys, chembere dzaibuda dzichiti Chamisa dzichita sei, nhasi ochitidai vanhu ndo chii chinhu chakadai so. But indoramba ndakamira naChamisa zvambotaura munhu pai kuti chero Chamisa akaita sei ini ndikuramba ndakamira naChamisa. Zvevanhu ava mhandu vanopanduka panduka sezvavakamboita even pachina tsvangirai handina basa nawo. Indikuramba ndakamira nawo ende ini ndotofarira mayouth iwawo mazinasu iwawo because youth is the future. Inga anonzani we-EFF vakatanga vari vanhu vadikwana, but now iri kutopika is powerful and vanenge vachidairirana nevanhu vari kumayunivhesiti vachidai. There's nothing wrong. Iyo yekuda kuramba muchingoti ndo zvakaita kuti baba vachatunga varambo varipo hey biti this ndiye ega anogona kuningirikina. Hapana ipapo ana biti wakanaona kuti hazviswa afambira nevamwe wese vari behind this ngawabvi. Isu toramba takamira seti naChamisa ende nevana vezinasi toramba tichifamba navo. Handioni chakaipa, but chakungodiwa chete ndechekuti vanhu ngavangobude pachena tingozivedu kuti kana zvaramba zvegore rineri because ndatoexpecta kuti pamwe tichatoita sei, pamwe tichatoita kana ameno kana kuti mastay away ndanditori prepared wokupinda mustreet. Ndafunga kuti ndo zvichaitika kuti nyaya yemaelections because ZANU-PF taura chokwadi vanhu mungade kutuka heye takakudzai masi. ZANU-PF hainombobvira yona maelections, yakawina maelections kupi kwamuda kupembedzawo ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF haina kana kutombowina maelections. Chamisa ndiye atofanira kunge atori president weZimbabwe, ndiye akavhoterwa nevanhu. ZANU-PF haina kuwina. Saka ava vasiri kuda vakava hatina kana basa nawo, ngavaende kwauda kuenda. Ini nemunhu atombotaura yakati chero ikanzi ZZ indoramba ndakamira naChamisa ene nicharamba ndichitosapota vana ivavo. Ndoda kutoona atori hamheno wese anatakudzwa wai zvemadhare enyaya hamheno kuti hamheno ndikushaya kuti kana kuti chii, kana kuti ndiwo wanga wada kuita maprezidendi kana kuti chii chaichocho vari kutoya kurwisa ipapa handisi kuchiziva. Imi mufunga kwenyu kana tsamba iyeye Chamisa ega ndiye aingobata chete mari. Mukuzoona zvichiita izvozvo zvokutaura izvozvo ndiye aibata chete mari imomo, ndiye aingoita chete madecision munhu wani vakuda kuti inyepera. It's obvious patori kana nekomiti yokuti maybe vaitogara vese pasi vachitaura zvese zvokuti hanzi Chamisa ndiye aidhipositirwa mari yese enda vanhu muchingozungudzikawo nezvinhu zvisina kana nebasa rese. Dai mutori papo mabva matopedzerana patwiti yake yeitendai biti madii kupedzerana naye ipapo makutomupembedza kuti hai you know what you are the beacon of what, yekuti chembere dzese vanhu vese wakavhotera triple C chembere dzese tine hope dzese tatomirira.
You can learn, Pelagia. Let her learn.
Okay, it's okay.
Go on.
They're not interjection. What is the interjection?
Thank you so much. Atamboteerera tateerera nguva yakareba muri kungotuka ZANU-PF. This what happening in your CCC isusu as ZANU-PF, we've got nothing to do with it.
Okay, and ndanzwa ngwati interjection saka ndaifunzira pangubani chawakuinterject. I think let's allow Pelagia to land then.
It's okay.
You submit when your time comes.
Saka
Pelagia, finish your
chanongosvika
submission.
ngatirambe takabatana tikatoda kutopesana ipapo takukanganiswa nezvinhu zvikuitika kubackground uku takutofadza ZANU-PF isina kuhina iyi haina kuhina maelections. President wezimbabwe ndichamisa ende zvokuti anzi vanhu havana kushanda kana kuti vanhu vakashanda zvisingatomboiti. Saka ngatirambe takabatana. Vada kusudurukawo kana vachida kunoita pati yavo pasaidi pane vachavatera ngavabve. Isusu ngatirambe takabatana kuitira kuti kana tanzi tiri kupinda mustreet kana tichaita sei kana tiri sesu we are prepared tinompinda because enough is enough, man.
We
Thank
fear
you.
Foko.
Yeah.
Sister
We sure hapana chekutyapo because wada kutotijairira kana iye mutenda wachona iye. Thank you.
All right. Tino, you want to give this? Okay. Thank you for that, Pelagia. And you know what? In terms of going in the streets, it's not. Let's not use it as a past tense, right? Because obviously, action can still happen now. So I think what needs happening is to bundle our emotions into one action. Right now, the reality yamurutaura is kujairirwa kwanyanya is there and it's open. It's realistic for anyone to see. I think anyway, Pambana Peter is and fortunate. Any one of you two guys can take the mic, followed by the other.
Okay, thank you very much. Mine will be very short. Ndikuda kutaura kuti champions, let's be very careful. Moments like this ndo patinonyanya kudivide vastereka because the enemy takes pride in our division. I've been listening for the past 2 hours. It looks like we are now our focus in the room. Our enemy is ZANU-PF. Dzimwe theory dzatiri kupinza idzi tisina pamwe evidence yekuti nhingi akaita zvakati dzinoita kuti we end up losing focus, ZANU-PF ichicelebrate. So ndanichifunga kuti the moment yatinoramba tichiratidza kuti isusu tiri kutorwa pachedu, we will be dancing tune yeZANU-PF because that's what exactly they want to see in us. So in short, I will say let's remain focused. Let's concentrate on what is our end game. Tikatsvaga ma-enemies hatimashai. Otherwise, list yandaona yanzi nhingi ndiye akaita zvakati, nhingi ndiye akaita zvakati. I even asked a question kune imwe group wandaona kuchinyorwa list kuti iye aiona zvinhu zvese izvi, iye party yake yaiplaya anga achimboitei, what exactly was your role uchidocumenta nhingi biti akazoita zvakati, Welshman akaita zvakati, iwe wakanyarara, you were waiting for Shabangu to tell us today. So if you are not careful, tinodivert our attention, toswera zuva rese topinda mune rechi2 takanyarara pamusoro peZANU and fighting within ourselves. I think what is important if we want to rescue this thing from ZANU-PF is to unite further. Chero dai zvaiita kuteerana apa vaya vanasikosana moyo vanaani vese, we just make sure every munhu anonzi opposition, we take everyone on board and unite instead of fighting. Ndanzwa vanga vachitaura nenyaya yatweet yaiswa naBiti. From what I read, I'm not supporting because handisi kuziva kuti iye anga achirevei, but he tagged a tweet yanyorwa, tsamba yanyorwa navo vanonzi Shabangwa, akataura kuti I am not in, which means he was referring to that letter yanyorwa iyo and saying I am not a leader of any party. Isusu pano taakutoswera zuva rese tichitomuita subject. Do you actually think Biti pari paya angato accepta kuappointwa naShabangu ototi ndatoo president? Sometimes let's not agree to be this low, otherwise noruza Africa yedu. Okay, I will end Ndaona paita interruption, you can proceed, then I can respond to. Thank you very much.
I I don't think there was an interruption. You still wangopedza kutaura here Peter? Oh,
Yeah, ndandapedza for now. Ndangoti
okay.
machampions. Ngati focus on enemy yedu ZANU-PF. Let's fight ZANU-PF. Kana zvaikodzera kuti pataona Madam Beatrice vapinda murodhi ka. Let's join her murodhi imomo. Tikada kutsvaga ma-enemies the whole party hatina watoshaira anoshaya something chatingatotaura kuti saka nhingi. Because maybe we attended a meeting somewhere mumusi pamwe watakaona umwe leader watinofarira sereke achirambirana neimwe point pamwe yaitaurwa napresident national level chaimo. Then we bring it now just because pane zvitsamba zvanyorwa nesomeone from Blawayo. Let's not go that route. We end up divided.
mati chabangu tomuteda asenemi edere wemukoma Peter.
No, handina ndofunga kana mandinzwisisa ka handina pandambotaura Shabangu, ndiri kutaura vamwe vatiri kuita rope in. Let's fight Shabangu because Shabangu has shown his colors. Anyora tsamba akazvipa office yaasiri, but instead we are fighting vanhu vasiri papicture yetsamba dzatiri kuona vatiri kungopinza isusu because of our theories dzatiri kungoshandisa kuti pakazonzi ningirikiri takazoona Jonathan Moyo achitaura zvaireva kuti zvakati. Shabangu abuda pachena. Kana Bita azobuda pachena rimwe gore, we fight him, we take him head on from there. That's my point. Ati zvokuti toswera zuva rese, the whole day we are silent about ZANU-PF. And busy na Biti na Welshman. Wedwe. Handioniso kuti tiuzuva zvatumirira. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the level of I think that's what we said. I think also said it yesterday when I said that when you resort to lawlessness, right? It's gonna cause like anarchy in the country. But actually, this anarchy, this is exactly what ZANU-PF wants. Because remember, when there is anarchy, they want to suspend the constitution because the Mnangagwa family wants to continue rule us. It is their constitutionally, it is Mnangagwa's last term, but they know it very well, so they want to create a chaos that he is gonna come back and they will suspend the constitution, or they will make the parliamentarians. They want to have that 2/3 majority to change the constitution. That is the only aim, and that is what ZANU-PF only cares about. They doesn't care about anything else. Mkomandaba, munotiyo nenyaya dziri panapa.
Oh, thank you, Mkanya, Sister Diamond. How are you and everybody on space? Personally, I go with what Citizen Peter MTC says. Let's not rush with speculations. Sengezo is a person who thinks independently. Of course, he might be having some people pushing him from behind. But if we don't have evidence, let's not blame those people before they come to stand before us to justify what people are saying. Our enemy is ZANU-PF. It's sad that we hear that our members of parliament are pointed with guns right in parliament as we speak. Sengezo is a ZANU-PF stooge. We've known that from the Bulawayo 12. And it surprises me if we rope in Wolfman Mube, who stood for the Bulawayo 12 when they were disqualified from contesting. He stood for them. I understand he did not charge. There's a legal term used. It's called pro bono what. I'm not a legal expert. But he was standing for them to be reinstated, which he succeeded. Now, what makes him turn at this moment to support this foolish move by Shabang? Shabang is the person we need to deal with, together with this ZANU-PF and FAS. ZANU-PF doesn't care anymore, because from the grapevine, I understand they want to pull away from SADC.
Sorry, Commander. Guys, sorry, I'm just wanting to say Uncle Jed has opened the space. So Uncle Jed is always hosting us, and I think it's also good to go and maybe support him there. I'm just going to allow people to just make their final submissions who are here, and then maybe I'll close the space so that we can go to Uncle Jed. I will try by all means to open up my spaces, because sometimes it's actually depressing to hear some of these spaces. But yeah, I will try by all means to open up my spaces, especially from the morning. Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna ask Commander, but maybe you can just quickly wrap up, and we go to everyone who is on the speakers so that they can make their submissions, and we close the space.
Okay, thank you, Bamnin. The pressure we have to pile should be directed to ZANU-PF, because they don't care anymore. If you see the level of lawlessness that is betaking, they don't care anymore. The rumor I have is that they want to even pull out of SADC. So they want to do anything against the law. They don't care. Let's focus on ZANU-PF citizens. Let's not be diverted from the main focus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mkomandaba. But sorry, yenyu nasi Mkoma Mkanya. Ini nasi mimi na Peter ndisikubvumirana nemi, because inini ndakatotsama, especially nezvikuitika mumastreet. I think kana sekuru wangu atombotraya nani wese watraya, pfungwa dzangu kana dzatongoti ndizvozvo ndinotoita kunge dziya dzakataurwa namugabo unzi wakaoma musoro unge damba.
Wait, Mzaya, because I felt that I was alone and I was trying to make this a similar point. And mine is definitely in support to say, guys, we should not miss the point. The anger is actually very good, because then it makes us refocus. But the problem is we need to focus on what the problem is. The problem is Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. We have such a dictator who can actually do stuff or things that are of unimaginable. Sorry, guys. I just said some family issues here, but yeah, my quick point, Mzaya, Musat Maita wrap up. I think it was just to agree with my brother Ndaba there, and agree with my brother Tisi there, to say, guys, we must not miss the point. ZANU-PF is actually looking to consolidate power. They did not get a two-thirds majority in parliament, and they are trying to get that by hook or crook. And now, and the events are telling, we need to actually look at what have they done in the recent past or in the recent period. Just after the elections, they've already gone through. I mean, if just as an example, look at that issue about waste management, to say that EMA is going to be responsible for that. Look at the establishment of provincial councils. Look at today's events. Where have you seen armed police invading a sitting parliament. Procedurally, it can never be heard of. It's unacceptable by any means. But again, these are the telling signals of a regime that we have. They can go as lower as you. I mean, I think it's actually the nature of the president of ZANU-PF is to say Mnangagwa can pretty much do anything. I mean, for those people who said he's a lawyer, I don't know. But it actually shows that he is capable of doing the unthinkable. And who in their wildest sense, because I'm sure he is definitely sponsoring all these things that are occurring. Surely he might have a say, or he must have a say in all these things which are happening, which means he would have to pay for all these events which are occurring. But how do you foresee? I mean, as a president, you just came out of an election, disputed as it is, and you have got no issue when parliament is actually being collapsed. You have got no issue whatsoever to actually say, guys, I think we need to refocus here. We need to re-strategize here. What is our strategy? Already we don't have 2/3 majority in parliament, but we have got a large number. We've got an overall majority in parliament. We can still make some rules. So that is my take and my issue, to say it doesn't make sense at all. But guys, we need to refocus.
Saka inda uita sefindi yakuipa ndakabva ndaenda nechimukumana nobva tasvika nobva ndakumba zvekucheka.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, sorry, Mzaya. I think Pastor was speaking. His mic is unmuted. So yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead, Pastor. Looks like Pastor is not speaking. Dr. Diamond.
Inini ndakatsamwa mutsamwire wamakangoita mukoma tino, and kutsamwa kwangu kuri particularly focused on ZANU-PF, because if we did not have ZANU-PF, which is the way that it is, I'm sure we wouldn't be where we are. All the other things that are happening, you could possibly call them, or potentially call them, side dishes to kind of kuti visa focus from where the Muroi is. Truth be said, Mkomatino, what explanation could you give me to the ignoring of Tsamba Yakanyorwa na president where CCC? Because the expulsion ya President Nelson Chamisa yazoitika after the initial letter yeku recola ma members of parliament. So in actual fact, you would say, look, the president of the party, because vanga vasati vadzingwa kavatozodzingwa nhasi. Saka, why would Mr. Speaker not attend to the sitting president of the party who is saying this? Why would he quickly attend to kurikolwa kuri kuitwa maningikini ma members of parliament by Chavangu? Why giving the attention kuna Chavangu rather than giving it to kuna president where party yacho Chavangu yari kuti ano-affiliate to? And ari kuti the secretary general we CCC. At that particular time, President Chamisa was, tongoti use a word rekuti was the president. Saka, there we go. If you don't have a brain that functions to an extent of you seeing things as they are, I don't know what else should we say to you for you to understand. The whole situation is being steered up by ZANU-PF and no one else. And pana vamwe baba so vanetseka network vazodzika zvavo, ndofunga vaita ma-network issues. Avanga vachiti tateerera mamuchituka ZANU-PF. Hapana munhu ambotuka ZANU-PF. The same way that they were coming for us for not having structures is the same way that we are analyzing the whole situation. And you are not going to program our minds to think the way that you want because you want to put us in a little cocoon. We refuse. Like somebody else who said, I think my sister Pelagia, vataura to the effect of guys, chero zvikaita say our best foot forward is President Nelson Chamisa. Mungataura zvenyu zvemadingindira enyu ekuti vananhingi vakazodai, think tanks party zvakazodai. You can never take away the fact that President Nelson Chamisa is the president wevanhu. And if it is not sinking in your head, bikadoro yakarewa nababa vaya. Utozvibikira doro because he is the president of the people and we are putting our best foot forward despite all the odds that we presented. I know Tino ruled out indeed a turn around. I'm gonna turn around and land, but at the end of the day it is what it is. We still turn around and support President Nelson Chamisa fully against ZANU-PF with everything and anything that we have. Chavamwina ndambobvira ndamboona achiraise mari 102 ndo vanhu vasingatomboraise kana sendi. Chavamwe anambobvira auya. I can even go to inini. I've got personal relationships with vanhu vari kunhingikini vari call to act. Ndinogona kunovabvunza over and over again kuti when we were raising money for President Nelson Chamisa makamboonawo here Twitter yendo yakanzi Chavamwe yekuti nhasi akuzosaita kuti President Nelson Chamisa wakapuwa. And when that money was being raised, nobody raising money for motikari for Chavamwe. We never said that. We never even said we are raising money for CCC. Yakatouya itori nezita rekuti izvo iri kuraisirwa mari. Even if you defend the vote, and I munocheka right now if your memory is actually a little bit hazy. Go and check and see.
My sister Takatoti specifically my politicians kubateres.
I was there, an active member of it. Saka iwo unondiudza kuti iwo unonzi Chavamwe. Why did I not see you uchiraise mari neni? Handakukuona ini. Saka nhasi why? I would very much appreciate if any of you anoaffiliate kune mudhara anonzi Chavamwe andiudze kuti on the 5th of December of June of whatever Chavamwe was on a space and akadonata £5. Toiona kuti guys but akaisawo mari yake yemotikari. Regai asaite mutsamba make. This further and no far. Tatofamba, so we've been pushed. Vamwe vari kuti beki yedu iri yakapresswa kuhard corner, hard rock, kumberi kwedu kune Red Sea. Saka moda kuti tiende kupi? Every single thing that President Nelson Chamisa izvozvi, so we are even having people who are attacking his person. Takuda new leader because President Nelson Chamisa vazotadza vazodii. Unondoudza kuti iwewe zvako iwe kutaura paspace panapa. Unogona kuisimudza pati fange masimudzirwa yakaitwa naPresident Nelson Chamisa after he had been stripped of everything. Kusvika vatoenda paguva ra Dr. Richard Morgan Tsvangirai kuenda kunoita rituals zvekuti tichasimudza musangano ana Monzura vaiva. Kukaendwa kukoti tikaona na commissioner na Monzura vachicelebrate. Tikapedza ipapo tikatanga kuita by elections. Are you telling me kuti any one of you who is here coming to give President Nelson Chamisa a little manual kuti dai wazodai dai President Nelson Chamisa sakada ungaisimudza pati kunatsoisimudza? Guys, let us learn to give credit where it belongs. Are we stupid and naive to think that tiri kuti President Nelson Chamisa vakagona zvese is a perfect man? I'm yet to see munhu ari perfect. If we wanted to analyze, munotya imimi kuanalyze God Mwari, but allow me to do it. Ndinogona kutoanalyze kuti nai Mwari ko makazoitire chii kuti Satana arule panyika. That is a flaw that I could find on him. So I want to see kuti ndiani wedu. We are not stupid. Somebody came on the platform earlier on and said kuti ana President Nelson, ana Sister Diamond vakati vachasupporta President Nelson Chamisa through and through. Yes, I said that, but did I insinuate kuti President Nelson Chamisa is he's an